The Madden series on the Sega Genesis was a true landmark in retro gaming. It helped grow one of the biggest sports franchise series while at the same time making the Sega Genesis the system of choice for many sport gamers during that era. In total, 9 Madden titles were released for the Genesis, and I'm going to rank them all, starting with my least favorite and working my way up to my most favorite. Please know that this is based solely on my own personal enjoyment of the games. So your mileage may vary, but I do think every game in the series is enjoyable. I also did individual reviews of every game, so be sure to check those out if you want to explore any title in more depth. So let's start out with my least favorite game in the series at number 9. It's the original John Madden Football. While the original does offer solid Madden action at its core, it's sadly missing many options when compared to other titles in the series. Only 16 teams are represented. The game lacks both the NFL and NFLPA licenses, meaning no player names and no team names or logos, and you cannot play a full season. It's still fun, but understandably also the weakest in the series. You gotta start somewhere.
Set, hut, 40, hut, touchdown.
At number 8, we have John Madden Football 92. This edition added instant replay, the ability to play on the same team with a second player, and the ability to change the weather. And all 28 teams, although the NFL and NFLPA licenses were still MIA, as was the ability to play a full season. However, it does have one Hall of Fame worthy aspect that other versions did not. The ambulance that has no problem mowing over players to reach an injured player. I guess that's one way to keep the business growing.
Hut.
At number 7, we have John Madden Football 93. Notice a pattern yet? This edition introduced some John Madden sound bites, 38 teams, including some all-time great teams, the ability to spike the ball or run a hurry-up offense, and the ability to use battery backup rather than a password. It was a step up from 92, but the series still had a way to go.
Hut. Set, hut. Touchdown.
At number 6, we have the rental store exclusive John Madden Football Championship Edition. It's basically a reskin of 93, but with 38 championship teams starting from 1966. This makes the game tougher in a good way, giving it an edge over 93.
Set, hut. Touchdown.
At number 5, we break the pattern to include what may be seen as my most controversial ranking with Madden NFL 95. This was the first in the series to include real player names to go along with real teams, as well as 2-point conversions and windowless passing, and the ability to play with 4 players, all welcome additions. That may be why some gamers view it as the best in the Genesis series, but personally, while I like it more than some of the earlier entries, I found the gameplay feeling not as tight as other installments. It's also missing some of the all-time great teams which were included in previous titles. Still fun, but not my favorite.
Set, hut.
At number 4, we have Madden NFL 94. This is the first game to remove John from the title, and it's also the first in the series to include NFL team names, the ability to play a full season, 80 teams, including some Super Bowl teams from the past, and a simplified playbook. It was lacking player names, but it wasn't lacking any enjoyment, and is my favorite of the Madden games with locked window passing.
Set, hut. Touchdown.
At number 3, we have Madden NFL 96. Now you can create a player as well as being able to trade and sign players to go along with updated graphics that include jersey numbers on the larger players and underrated Pat Summerall sound bites, but sadly the playoff-only mode is missing. Some criticize this addition for how fast it plays, claiming it makes the game too hard, but personally I like the challenge and the action that the increased speed gave to the game.
Touchdown.
At number 2, we have Madden NFL 97. In a way, this is the last Genesis Madden game EA put full effort into, and their experience paid off. We now have over 100 teams to select from, the ability to play in custom leagues or playoffs, the ability to pass to more than 3 receivers, even though you still use the 3-button controller setup, updated graphics, and my favorite addition, the new, harder All-Madden difficulty. And yes, you can now skip the full season and once again start in the playoffs. The jersey numbers may have vanished, but the fun increased in this one.
Set. Put. Touchdown.
And finally, at number 1, I have another controversial pick with Madden NFL 98. THQ brought this one to market through a licensing deal with EA. On its surface, it looks like a quick money grab by reskinning Madden 97 with an updated roster, which has led to a lot of online criticism for this edition. And the music can go out of sync when trying to navigate the cumbersome menu. And the custom leagues and playoffs, they're gone. But they did make some positive additions, like the ability to play the previous 10 Super Bowl matchups, improved AI, hot and cold team streaks, a third, easier rookie difficulty, and my favorite, the ability to play 2-minute quarters when you don't have a lot of time. I understand the criticism, but in my eyes, if you take a great game like Madden 97 and add some features that make it even better, how can I not say it's the best? But honestly, you can't go wrong playing any of the Madden games on the Sega Genesis. So whether you're really old school and like the original, or think 95 or 96 are the bee's knees, or just love 92 for the ambulance, let me know what your favorite is in the series in the comments below. Also, please be sure to click like and subscribe, and I will see you next time on the next No Swear Gamer video.
44. Put. And it's good.